Today on Public Eye News, officers search for a missing man last seen in Bark River, and Northern Michigan University students prepare for Hurricane Michael cleanup.
Later, Caleb Rydell will have an up-to-date forecast, and Charlie Edwards with sports. I'm Christine Charette.
And I'm Charlie Edwards. Welcome to Friday's edition of Public Eye News. Delta County Sheriff's Department is on the lookout for a man who went missing yesterday from a camp in Bark River around 3:30 p.m. It's possible he may be in a 2007 two-door blue Toyota Yaris with Michigan registration Y7112. If you have any information on him or his location, please contact Delta County Sheriff's Department at 906-786-3633 or Delta County Central Dispatch at 906-786-5911. Northern Michigan University is doing their part to help the small town of Bainbridge, Georgia rebuild after Hurricane Michael struck the southeast coast of the U.S. last month. This Thanksgiving break, instead of heading home to friends and family, students involved in the service group Relevant Campus Outreach will be helping Bainbridge residents clean up. They leave for Georgia on Saturday and return the following week.
Michigan drivers now have another reason to slow down on the road this winter. Governor Snyder on Thursday signed the Move Over law, which will require drivers to slow to 10 miles under the speed limit and, if possible, yield their lane when passing emergency vehicles on the side of the road. Snyder said, quote, "This legislation will better protect those responding to emergencies as well as workers on busy roads," end quote. The bill also includes garbage trucks, roadside tow trucks, and maintenance and utility vehicles with flashing lights. Violations of this bill will be a civil offense and be subject to a $400 fine. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources conservation officers are investigating a fatal hunting accident that happened on opening day of firearms. At 1 p.m. on Thursday, EMS and a conservation officer were called out to a hunting accident near the intersection of West Elder Road and Northeast Torch Lake Drive outside of Alden. Justin Butel, age 38, was given first aid at the scene but did not recover and was pronounced dead. Mr. Butel was hunting on private property and had been shot by another subject hunting nearby. The second hunter on the scene, a 45-year-old Gaylord man, stated the two were not together and did not know each other. The Michigan State Police and Antrim County Sheriff's Office are assisting the DNR in this investigation.
With so many students deciding to attend college after graduating high school, local schools are working to make it known to kids that college isn't their only option. Students from Rapid River schools learned earlier this week the benefits of an apprenticeship. Training coordinator with United Association of Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, Scott Thrasher, says, quote, "It's 5 years, they go to school, they work and learn on the job, but they get paid to learn on the job. Instead of acquiring debt by going to school, they're actually earning money when they go to school," end quote. Apprenticeships are offered all across the UP. If you're interested in one, you should be able to find one near you at michiganworks.com. With Thanksgiving approaching, food safety officials are stressing the importance of proper handling and cooking practices amid a nationwide outbreak of drug-resistant salmonella found in raw turkey. The Centers for Disease Control claimed last week that since July, the number of reported illnesses has nearly doubled to 164. Officials say consumers should always wash their hands in all service areas where turkey is prepared, never leave it to thaw on the counter, and use a meat thermometer to cook it at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And after the break, we will be back with your national and international news. Stay tuned.
I am not really in a good place right now. I didn't have much of a plan, but I did have a goal: to hike 550 miles across Michigan's Upper Peninsula on the North Country Trail. Backpacking is a really symbolic thing, and a lot of the lessons that are learned out here can be applied to regular life.
Uper Tours coming Sunday, November 25th at 3 p.m.
Court filings suggest WikiLeaks may soon be facing charges. WikiLeaks chief Julian Assange's name appears twice in a separate case from a Virginia prosecutor. In one sentence, the prosecutor wrote, quote, "Due to the sophistication of the defendant and the publicity surrounding the case, no other procedure is likely to keep confidential the fact that Assange has been charged," end quote. A spokesman for the Eastern District of Virginia stated that it was an error and the name wasn't intended for this filing. Assange has been staying in the Ecuadorian embassy in London and would have to be extradited to face federal court. It is not currently clear what charges Assange might be facing at this time. The Department of Veteran Affairs said today it is trying to speed up benefit payments to thousands of veterans who are struggling to cover their education and housing bills. Chip Reed says the delays are being blamed on computer problems.
Shay Washington, a single mother with 3 children, is an Air Force veteran who served in Afghanistan. She's working on a master's in business and had hoped to graduate next year. But now her plans are on hold. She depends on tuition assistance through the GI Bill, but the payments stopped in August because of a glitch in the antiquated computer system at the Department of Veterans Affairs.
I've been deployed and been to war, so I feel like I shouldn't have to stress over something that I worked for and risk my life for.
Her GI Bill housing stipend is also in limbo. In all, she says the VA owes her about $7,000. She's struggling to pay her bills, and the timing couldn't be worse.
It's been like 4 months. It's going into Christmas times.
President Trump today visited the Marine barracks in Washington and later praised his administration's assistance to veterans.
Another crucial element of our veterans' agenda is improved access to education.
He didn't mention the latest VA crisis, but in a hearing on Capitol Hill today, members vented their frustration.
And it is time that the VA stand up and hold someone accountable for their failing actions.
VA official Robert Worley, who was reassigned to another job just yesterday, admitted there are 73,000 claims now pending, 27% more than last year at this time, and that payments to more than 10,000 veterans have been delayed more than 30 days. He also said this.
Actually, I don't know of any cases where someone that has come to my attention where someone has not been able to enroll in school.
Try telling that to Shay Washington, who's sitting out this semester.
Do you blame the VA?
Yes, I feel like they should have been better prepared for this.
The VA says it hopes that upgraded IT systems can be put in place sometime early next year, but they admit that problems with GI Bill payments could continue for months to come. Chip Reed, CBS News, Washington.
Families and businesses owners near the Irish border are watching in apprehension as political chaos in London threatens to torpedo a Brexit deal that aims to avoid a return of customs checks and possible sectarian violence to the region. Economically, this region has a lot to lose from a return of tariffs and customs checks. For entrepreneurs who founded and grew their businesses there, taking advantage of the highway connection from Dublin to Belfast, the return border checks is unthinkable. It was a story about kindness of strangers that had Americans talking and giving. Meg Oliver has the twist.
New Jersey prosecutor Scott Cofina called the story about an act of kindness a complete lie.
It was fictitious and illegal, and there are consequences.
Last November, Kate McClure said that 35-year-old Johnny Bobbitt, a homeless veteran, gave her his last $20 after she ran out of gas. McClure and her boyfriend, Mark D'Amico, started a GoFundMe campaign that raised over $400,000, claiming the money would be used to take care of their new friend. Investigators say it never happened and that D'Amico, McClure, and Bobbitt, who they met a month before, created the fake story to solicit money. Authorities say Bobbitt received about $75,000 and the couple spent most of the rest on trips and a luxury car.
D'Amico, McClure, and Bobbitt conspired to pass off a fake feel-good story that would compel donors to contribute to their cause.
But the story began to unravel in August. Bobbitt wanted more money, even filing suit against McClure and D'Amico. That prompted authorities to launch an investigation. Officials searched the couple's home, seized property, and found text messages exposing the scam.
If they hadn't started fighting over the money, would they have gotten away with this?
There's a good chance they might have.
Officials say GoFundMe will reimburse donors who were duped. All three of the alleged con artists now face up to 10 years in prison if convicted. Meg Oliver, CBS News, Mount Holly, New Jersey.
And after the break, we'll be back with your weather and sports. Stay tuned.
Experience Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers as they celebrated their 30th anniversary in their hometown of Gainesville, Florida. Watch Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers live from Gainesville, the 30th anniversary concert.
Coming Tuesday, November 27th at 8 p.m.
Welcome back. I'm Caleb Rydell, going to be taking you through your weather for today. As you can see behind me on the NMU campus, we got some of that snow melting off, but it is not going to stay that way, especially going into tonight. A lot of the kids are already out of the campus, and we're going to see out there is current conditions of cloudy with a temperature of 33 degrees and winds out of the northwest at 20 miles per hour, barometric pressure of 29.83 inches and rising. Taking a look tonight, we're going to see some snow coming in, and we're going to have that low of 24 and winds out of the north-northwest at 13 miles per hour. Taking a look tomorrow, it's going to be cloudy and a high of 27 and winds out of the northwest at 13 miles per hour. Let's take a look across the UP, and we're going to see starting up in Sault Ste. Marie with 35 degrees, 36 in Manistee, 39 in both Escanaba and Menominee. Taking a look at the western half of the UP, we're going to see Iron Mountain with 34, Ironwood with 29, up at the Keweenaw, Houghton with 30, and back here in Marquette, 33 degrees. Let's take a look at your week ahead. Now on Sunday, we are looking at a high of 28 degrees and a low of 19 and some partly cloudy out there. And we're going to get that snow back Monday with a high of 23 and a low of 11. Tuesday, we're going to get partly cloudy out there, so the sun is going to peek out again, and we're going to have a high of 23 and a low of 16. Well, Charlie, it is way too cold to be swimming out there, but I hear indoor swimming is still going on. Tell me about that.
Yes, I will. 3 members of the Northern Michigan University Swim and Dive team have been named Athletes of the Week by the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Sophomore Gabriella Spajic captured 3 first-place victories in the Wildcats' double-duel win over GLIAC, foes Grand Valley State University and Saginaw Valley State University. Senior Renars Bunzies captured 2 victories and helped a relay win as the men's team also picked up 2 wins over GVSU and SVSU. Freshman Mary Grossman won both the 1-meter and 3-meter dives in the team's lone meet at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. The Wildcats have earned Athlete of the Week honors every week they have competed this season. NMU will return to action November 29th as the team takes part in the 3-day Calvin College Invitational. The death of a 13-year-old boy who was knocked out during a kickboxing match in Thailand has sparked debate over whether to ban matches involving children. The death of Anucha Tasako came after a Muay Thai match Saturday in the Bangkok suburb of Samut Prakan. The Facebook page Muay Thai Krabwanhorn, which covers the sport, claims he perished from a brain hemorrhage. Protective gear is typically not worn in the sport, and a video of the fight that has been circulating on social media lately shows Anucha not wearing anything to protect himself. Anucha's uncle, Damrong Tasako, told PBS that his nephew's death was an accident, but he would like to see regulations for children under 15 to wear protective gear to soften blows to the head and body. So, are you excited to head home for Thanksgiving break?
I am so ready. I am ready for turkey. I have been ready for the past month now.
That's awesome. And I bet you're really excited for the hockey game tonight, too.
Oh, hockey game's going to be so great. But that's all the time we have for today on Public Eye News. We will see you after Thanksgiving break. Have a good one.
The preceding program was produced in studios located in the Edgar L. Hardin Learning Resources Center by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television.